Haribo, Jai, Jai, Jai. 178, page 178. You can also focus on Tulsi Devi, something. You want to sing Jai Prabhu?
Prabhu he, he mona durmati, samsara vitore, podiya chinoami.
He mona durmati, samsara vitore, podiya chinoami.
Kono mahajane,
Abunitya jan, kono mahajane.
pataiya dile tumi.
Pataiya dile tumi.
Doya kori more, patita dekiya, kohilo amare giya.
Doya kori more, patita dekiya, koilyo amare giya.
Ohe dina jamna, suno balo kata.
Ohe dina jan, shuno balo kata.
Ula sita hobe hiya.
Ulasita behiya.
Tomare tarite, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Navadvipe avataro.
Tomare tarite, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Navadvipe avatara.
Maheno koto, dinahino jane.
Maheno koto, dinahina jone.
Korilenya bhavata.
Korilena bhavapana.
Nirara pratibhya, rakibara tore, Rukmavana vipasuta.
Vedera pratija, rakivara dore, rumavana viprasuta.
Mahaprabhu name nadiya matai.
Mahaprabhu name nadiya mataya.
Sange bai avaduta.
Sange vai avaduta.
Nanda Sita Dini Chaitanya Gosai Nija Nama Koridana.
Nanda Sudarini, Chaitanya Gosai, Nijanama Harinana.
Hari lo jagat tumi lo jaiya.
Hari lo jagat, tumi lo jaiya.
Aho nija paritana.
Oh nija paritana.
Sekata suniya asya chinata tomara charana tole.
Ekata suniya, siya chinata, tumara charana tole.
Vakati vinoda kadiya kadiya.
Vakati vinoda, kariya kariya.
Vana kahini bole.
Pavana kahini bole.
Mona durmati samsara vitore podiya chinuami.
Mona durmati samsara vitore podiya chinuami.
Is that right? Do I go back to the first one or should I do the last one at the end?
I'll probably repeat the last line, but sometimes we chant the first whole shloka again. But yeah,
Okay.
that's all fine.
Okay.
Do you want to start reading the translation?
A wicked mind brought me into this world, O Lord, but one of your pure and elevated devotees has come to bring me out.
He saw me so fallen and wretched, took pity, and came to me saying, O humbled soul, please listen to this good tiding, for it will gladden your heart.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared in the land of Navadvip to deliver you. He has safely conducted many miserable souls such as you across the sea of worldly existence.
To fulfill the promise of the Vedas, the son of a Brahmin, bearing the name Mahaprabhu of golden complexion, has descended with his brother, the Avadut Nityananda. Together they have overwhelmed all of Nadia with divine ecstasy.
Sri Chaitanya, who is Krishna himself, the son of Nanda, has saved the world by freely distributing his own holy name. Go also and receive your deliverance.
O Lord, hearing those words, Bhaktivinoda has come weeping to the soles of your lotus feet and tells the story of his life.
Okay, Haridev Prabhu, you choose a...
Choose the next one?
Well, if you want to.
This one, Admanivedana. 186.
186. It's the same tune, you know.
Okay. Just 1 second.
Jai.
Admani Vedana Tuyapare Kori Oinu Paramasuke
Admani Vedana Tuyapare Kori Oinu Paramasuke
Kadure Kelo Chitanaro Hilo Sukha Dukha Parama Sampada
Seva Sukha Dukha Parama Sampada
Nasoya Vidya Dukha
Nasoya Vidya Dukha
Sukha Dukha Parama Sampada
Seva Sukha Dukha Parama Sampada
Sukha Dukha Parama Sampada
Sukha Dukha Parama Sampada
Soya Vidya Dukha
Nasoya Vidya Dukha
Vaiti Hasa Bulinu Sagala Shiva Sukha Peye Mane Ami to Tumar Tumi to Amar Ami to Tumar Tumi to Amar Daya Paradane Magati Vinodaya Nanderuya Marasi Varatore Krishna Kore Davaita Mata Ya Tumara Gore Mani Vedana Tuya Pare Gori Oinu Paramasuke
What a wonderful song. I have become supremely joyful by surrendering myself at your holy feet. Unhappiness has gone away, and there are no more anxieties. I see joy in all directions.
Your 2 lotus feet are reservoirs of immortal nectar where one may live free from sorrow and fear. I have found worldly peace there now and have given up the fear of worldly existence.
I shall render service in your household and not endeavor to enjoy the fruits of that service, but rather I shall strive for whatever pleases you, fully devoted to your lotus feet.
So, Prabhu, so this is the only one that goes into the kitchen, though, right?
These ones too.
Oh, they all go into the kitchen. Oh, that's so good.
All of them goes everywhere. It doesn't really sound like it.
Sound like it.
Let me double check.
So, will you read the next one? Can you guys tell me if you can hear this clearly in the kitchen?
Hello, hello. Can you guys hear from the kitchen? Can you guys hear from the kitchen?
Troubles encountered in your service shall be the cause of great happiness, for in your devotional service, joy and sorrow are equally great riches. Both destroy the misery of ignorance.
Great.
I have completely forgotten all past history by feeling great joy in my mind. I am most certainly yours, and you're indeed mine. What need is there of any other treasure?
Bhaktivinoda, diving into the ocean of bliss, devotes all his efforts for your service and dwells in your house according to your wishes. Okay, we can sing one more song. I'm expecting Sudarshan, but don't know when he will come. Huh? Okay, page 252. 252. Are you, so? Oh, it's just that one that's a little quiet.
We're going to go back to tradition. Did you receive an audio check?
I don't know who's calling me, huh? You want to grab that from what's just sitting on there? Where are you, Andrew? Come in.
Introduction, Didi.
Sudarshan Didi?
Yeah, introduction Prabhu Didi.
Oh, I see. He's called before. Okay, 252 in the songbook.
252.
Hey, Dandavat.
I'm so sorry. I'm just leaving this apartment that we're doing.
Oh. Okay, so Jai. Yes, okay. Yeah, Jayadev, Andrew's here, Kishu's here, Damodar Prabhu, Ananya. Yeah. Love to everybody. Dandavat. Okay, love you. He's really sad that he can't come tonight, but he just can't. Okay, let's chant 252. Everybody got a book? 252? Yeah, what do you know? Oh, maybe we can open up the curtains now. It's kind of dark back there. Did you find it dark for the book? You okay? What's that?
Maybe they just turn off the light. Wait under. Let's
Oh. All right. Is that okay?
I wanted to show
He
up.
likes to jump. All right. All right, in the kitchen we're going to start. And see if you can sing along. Shita Kamala Kuchamandalae
Shita Kamala
Kuchamandalae Edrita Kundalae Jita Kundala Kalita Lalita Vanamala
Jita Kundala Kalita Lalita Vanamala
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Dina Mani Mandala Mandala He
Namani Mandala
Mandala He Baba Kandana He
Baba Kandana
Baba Kandana Muni Jana Manasa
Baba Kandana
Muni Jana Manasa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Kaliya Vishadara Ganjanaye
Hariya Vishadara Ganjanaye
Jana Ranjanaye
Jaya Ranjanaye
Jaya Ranjana Jarukula Nalina Dinesha
Jana Ranjana Jarukula Nalina Dinesha
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Marumura Naraka Vinashanaye
Admura Naraka Vinashanahe
Guru Dashanaye
Arudashanahe
Guru Dashana Surakula Kelinidana
Arudashana Surakura Kelinidana
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Deva Hare
Amala Kamala Dalalochanaye
Amara Kamala Dalalo Chanahe
Hey All glories to Lord Hari, the Supreme Lord of Godhead, who is bedecked with jeweled earrings and a garland of forest flowers, and whose feet are marked with a lotus.
The Lord's face shines like a whirl of the sun. He removes the miseries of his devotees and is the resting place of the minds of the swan-like sages. Glories to Lord Sri Hari.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, who destroyed the demoniac Kaliya serpent. O Lord, you are the beloved of all living entities and the sun in the galaxy of Yadu dynasty. Glories to Lord Sri Hari.
Very good.
O Lord, destroyer of the demon
Madhu, Mura,
Mura,
and Naraka.
and Narika, seated on Garuda, you are the source of joy for the demigods. All glories to Hari.
Very good.
O Lord, your eyes are like lotus petals, and you destroy the bondage of the material world. You are the maintainer of the three worlds. Glories to Lord Hari.
Jai. Is it me? O Lord, as the gem of the daughter of Janaka. It says the sons, but it's supposed to be the daughter. Daughter of Janaka, Sita Devi. O Lord, as the gem of the daughter of Janaka, you were victorious over all the Asuras, and you smashed the greatest Asura, the 10-headed Ravana. All glories to Lord Hari.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, who held the Govardhan Hill, your complexion is like a fresh monsoon cloud, and Sri Radharani is like the Chakora bird, who is nourished by drinking the light of your moon-like face. Glories to Lord Hari.
O Lord, I offer my humble obeisances. Obeisances.
You'll see this word a lot.
Obeisances at your lotus feet. Please bless me by your limitless mercy. Glories to Lord Sri Hari.
The poet
Sri Jayadev.
Sri Jayadeva offers this song of devotion and shining good fortune to thee. All glories to Lord Shri Hari.
Shri, very good. Beautiful song. Hari Bol, any questions from the kitchen? Be good. Stop chit. Well, you can do chit chat, but not any other kind of chat. Okay. Chit in Sanskrit, chit, it refers to, divine consciousness. So chit chat. That's what we're trying to do here. So we have a request. We have a request, Ananya. Yeah? Can you? Okay, I'm coming. No, we have a request that we will read Brahma Samhita. We will read from the Brahma Samhita tonight. Okay. I just mentioned your name so you would hear what I was going to say.
Yes, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, so Brahma Samhita.
We have 2 copies of those, right?
We should have, yeah.
There to the right, Prabhu. All the way to the right.
Are there?
There's one.
Yeah, and there's one next to it there. Okay, so I'm going to be asking questions from the kitchen devotees.
Maybe you can come. You guys can come.
Yep. Pay attention. You guys are developing the skill of working and listening at the same time. It's very valuable. Jai Shri Brahma Samhita ki Jai. This is the quintessence of reality, the beautiful. And this was published from Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. But this very inconceivably ancient book. At the dawn of creation, and this is an inconceivable amount of time. You see, creation is cyclical. So there's creation, and then there's maintenance, and then there's destruction of the universes, and this is cyclical. Then there's a long, long time, and then creation starts again. The cosmic time that is spoken about in the Veda is mind-blowing. It's nothing like our teeny little ideas of 1,000,000 years or all that. It's just huge, inconceivable amounts of time. So this was spoken at the dawn of creation. And in the Kali Yuga, that's Yuga, this age, it started 5,000 years ago, right? We don't have much of a memory. Generally, we have to have everything written down. But all the previous ages, nothing needs to be written down. Right, and it was held, this divine knowledge was held in the minds and hearts of great sages and disseminated to the people. But now in the Kali Yuga, this was written for us. And it was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who obtained this written on palm leaves in South India and brought it back for the devotees. So this is an extremely important book for us. And we can just begin. This is spoken by Lord Brahma, who has a job. He is a servant of the Lord, but his job is creation. So when there's destruction and everything is gone, by Lord Shiva's, that's his job. Lord Shiva is the destroyer of the forms of the material world. And then when it's time for those living entities to re-enter in the forms that they had at the time of destruction, Lord Brahma creates all those forms just as they were. He creates everything again. Nobody knows more about anything in the Veda or in the world than Lord Brahma. And this is spoken by Lord Brahma at the beginning of creation. So this is an extremely powerful and beautiful and wonderful book. And we can't hardly believe that we actually have this book, but we do. So let's begin with verse number 1. And that is, of course, we have all these things by the grace of our divine masters. Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Here's Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, where all these things are kept very, very carefully protected. Very carefully protected in form and meaning. And these are the deities at Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundarju, the picture of Sri Krishna with the Sarabi cows. Here's Hapanyadam, and here is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who has given us the commentary on this book. So this is verse number 1 on page, it's page 1. So you have to go through to this page here. So this page 1 begins here, and these are the Roman numerals. Got it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I don't know if you guys can all see that, or... No, not you. Not you guys. But see if you know this person, Anya. I think you might. Ishwar Paramakrishna. Here, you can hold this, Prabhu. Maybe, Keisha, do you guys want to share and then you two share?
And you?
Me, I can just look over. But I know the verses pretty well. What did I do with my glasses? Oh, they're over there. Jaidev, can I ask you a favor? Could you get me my glasses? Thank you, sir. Okay. Let's chant it together. This is Sanskrit. Okay? Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So, the creator of the universe is saying, this is the beginning of the 5th chapter, which is the most essential chapter. And you can read the translation. Can you read it?
You want to read it?
You read it,
Okay.
and then we'll pass it around.
Translation. The Supreme Lord, the embodiment of truth, consciousness, and joy, is Govinda, Krishna. He is beginningless, the origin of all that be, and the cause of all causes.
Okay. Any questions? So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna, and his form is Satchit Ananda. His form is made of eternity, full consciousness, and transcendental joy. And he is Anadir. He has no beginning. And Adir means he is the source of everything else. And Sarva means all. A little Sanskrit lesson here. Karana, causes. Cause. Karanam, causes. So he's the cause of every cause. So the scientists are always saying, well, this happened before that, and so that's the cause of that. But who's the cause of all those causes? That is the Supreme Lord. So this is the first verse of the Brahma Samhita. Any questions about that? Isn't that wonderful? So Ishvara means the Lord. Parama means supreme Lord. Krishna. And Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Vigraha means his form. So his form is not made out of skin and fat and bones and all this disgusting stuff. His body, his divine form is made of eternity, complete consciousness of all things, and inconceivable infinite joy. Anadi means what? Ananya. What does anadi mean? Anadi. It means he has no beginning. Adi means beginning. Like at the beginning of a list, they'll say, Shivas Adi, Gaur Bhakti. It's just the beginning. He has no beginning. And Adi, he is the beginning of everything. He is the source of everything. Sarva, Karana, Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. So, if you really think of, what we know about this happens before that, and that happens before that, and therefore that, now, that's all like a little ant trying to analyze the universe. Really, what is the reason why this and this caused this? Nobody knows. Real science is spiritual. Finally, the divine will is the cause of all causes. And the divine will is full of nectar. We need to contact, through devotion and surrender, the source of all things, because his form is Sat, full of truth and eternity, Chit, full consciousness, and the thing that we are all searching for, Ananda, inconceivable, infinite joy, pure joy. So that's the first verse of Brahma Samhita. Now we're going to go to verse number 29. We'll go straight to verse 29.
Why are we skipping the other verses?
The beginning of the Brahma Samhita, for our purposes, is what Srila Guru Maharaj called abstruse. These verses between the first verse and the 29th verse are very hard. They're describing things which are very hard for us to even, we hear words like bliss, or we hear words like eternity. We can connect our intelligence to that somehow, even though it's not perfect. But these verses, their concepts are like just, but we read them over and over again. Something can come by the grace of the Lord. But it was recommended to us by Srila Prabhupada to just go ahead and memorize the first verse and then start on 29. So this is the way we do it. That's the way we
Verse 29.
29.
78.
Okay, we can read this a couple of times together, and you'll get used to it. So, Chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabhira vipalayantam Lakshmi Shahashashata Sambrahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Okay, I'll read this translation, and then we'll read the Sanskrit again. Isn't that wonderful? Just to hear the Sanskrit is so wondrous, because that sound is carrying the reality of that thing which is being described. Surrounded by millions of wish-fulfilling trees, in abodes made of multitudes of wish-yielding gems, he who tends the ever-yielding cows, who is perpetually served with great affection by hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis, the primeval Lord Govinda do I worship. So it's described that in the divine abode, like here, a tree can give something, some fruit or another fruit, and if there's some cross thing, maybe 2 fruits or 3 kinds of fruits. But in the transcendental abode, the trees are all living servitors of the Lord, and anything desired by the Lord or by the devotees of the Lord for the Lord, those trees provide that. They're called kalpa vriksha. So Chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpa vriksha. That means desire-yielding trees. And in abodes made of multitudes of wish-yielding gems, Chintamani. Just like we have, the earth is basically dirt, right? And then things are growing out of the right is the soil. But in the transcendental plane, that basis, the soil, you could say, if we can, are gems, conscious, wish-fulfilling gems, all in devotion, full of conscious devotion. That is the basis of that plane. Then Lakshmi. So the word lucky comes from the word Lakshmi. She is the goddess of fortune, and in her shadow form, she's, people pray to her for material things. But in the original form of Lakshmi, she is fully absorbed in the service of God. And Sahasrashata, so Lakshmi Sahasrashata means, like hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis are serving God with great affection. and fulfilling all the desires of the Lord, and therefore all the devotees as well. And then Govindam Adi Purusham. Govinda, the original Lord, the supreme person. Tam, him, aham, I, bhajami, I worship him. And this is Lord Brahma speaking this. And so Lord Brahma, in the beginning of creation, he's the only person in the universe. And he doesn't know who he is, like a child. Except for he's not a child. He's born in his form. And he's manifested by the Lord himself. And so he doesn't know who he is, and he hears a tapa. This word, tapa, means perform penance or austerity. And he begins to meditate for a long, long time. And by dint of his meditation, and also this Brahma, in every creation, someone becomes Brahma. Brahma is a post. But this person who has this post in this universe is a pure devotee of the Lord. And so by dint of his devotion from previous lives and from his meditation, all of this was revealed to him. And he spoke it in these Sanskrit prayers. So let's go to number 2. Verse number 30, actually. Should we chant it together? Yeah. Okay. Venung kvanantam aravinda. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. I'm sorry, excuse me. Venung kvanantam aravinda dalaya taksham bharahavatang samasitam bhutasundarangam Kandarpakoti kamaniya vishesha shobham Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Do you want to try to read the translation? Jai, if you go ahead. It's quite difficult. It might be a little challenging, but go ahead and try.
She's got it.
Yeah.
Always playing the flute, his eyes like blooming lotus petals, his head adorned with a peacock feather, his beautiful form the hue of a blue cloud, with the unique beauty that charms millions of cupids. The primal Lord Govinda do I adore.
Wonderful. That was actually, I was thinking there were more Sanskrit words thrown in there, but no. All right, wonderful. Okay, so always playing his flute, Venum Kvanantam. Aravinda Dalaya means like lotus, like the shape of a lotus petal. That's the Lord's eyes are compared to that. And Bharahavatam Samasitam Bhuta Sundarangam. Very, very gorgeous. His head is adorned with this peacock feather. His beautiful form is the hue of a blue cloud. So, like those clouds out there right now, they're kind of a dark gray. The monsoon rain clouds in India are blue, but deep blue, and like brilliant. They look bright, and really they're so very beautiful to look at. And the great sages, seeing these phenomena, are trying to give us some idea of the beauty of the form of the Lord. And this is beginning with Lord Brahma, and he's saying his form looks something like a monsoon rain cloud. extremely bright and brilliant and dark at the same time, really a dark blue. And Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobhang. Shobhana means beauty, and Kandarpa Koti means thousands of cupids. So the most attractive force of the mundane world is the force of Cupid, and Cupid is a person. And he really is. And he has very great charm over those of us in the material world. But the brilliance and beauty of Krishna is charming millions of cupids. They're actually fainting to see that beauty. And then Govindamari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That beautiful Lord who is playing his flute, who has a peacock feather in his hair, and whose beauty is so beautiful, like this dark but brilliant monsoon rain cloud. His beauty is so wondrous and charming that millions of cupids are fainting to see that. That beautiful Lord Govinda do I adore. Okay, we're reading this book tonight, Christian. This is called Brahma Samhita. So now we're reading number 31 together. So you might want to come in the middle between Andrew and Jaidev Prabhu so that you can see the book. We should have more than two. Maybe we do. I would think so. Maybe we need to bring a few more down from Sudarshan's house. But
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I can just listen to it. I'll sit back here and I can kind of keep your shoulders.
Okay. Alola Chandrakala Sadavanamalya Vangshi Ratnangadang Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam Shyamang Tribanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So, Alola Chandrikala Sadavanamalya Vangshi. Around his neck is a garland of forest flowers, which is swinging to and fro. And, I'm sorry, somebody else was going to read the translation. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you were reading a subject.
No.
Around his neck is a garland of forest flowers swinging to and fro. And adorned with a peacock feather locket, his flute held in hands adorned with jeweled bracelets, he who eternally reveals in pastimes of love, whose charming threefold curved form,
Shyama Sundar,
is his eternal feature. That primeval Lord Govinda do I adore.
Wonderful. Alola Chandrikala Sadavanamalya Vangshi. So Vana means forest, and he's got the forest flower garland, and it's swinging to and fro as he's moving. And then he has a locket, which is also made from the peacock feather, and Vangshi. Vangshi means the flute. He's holding the flute in his hands. And his hands are adorned with jeweled bracelets. But everything in that plane is conscious. Unconsciousness is a plane of illusion. And when we are trying to exploit things, we are covered over with this idea of unconsciousness. Because, it's even a common expression, don't objectify me or something like that. It means exploiting to the point where you cannot notice that there is a person there. But actually, everything is conscious. In the divine plane, even the jewels are consciously serving the Lord. There is nothing non-serving. But we must come out of the plane of exploitation, or we cannot know that. We cannot perceive that. As long as I think that something is happening to serve me, then I cannot see it properly as a person. Because nothing is existing to serve me, actually. It's all to serve the Lord, and I'm also for that.
So what is the unconscious then? Is it just something that I'm not aware of? But you describe it as illusory. And that doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, what was the question? I'm sorry.
What is unconsciousness?
Unconsciousness. So, we can give an example. Like, for example, say you're a rich guy and got a lot of money, and I'm just going to really be, nice to you or do whatever I think I need to do to make you give me some money. I will never know you. So when we see in the environment is supposed to shape itself to serve my whimsical mind, I'm objectifying it, you could say. In other words, there's a film of illusion that I cannot see that everything is actually for Krishna. Everything exists for Krishna. I mean, what poor Adam would be exist to serve me? Like, that's the booby prize for sure. There is nothing that exists for any other reason but to serve God. And we are feeling so much pain and suffering because we are not joining in reality, which is for Him. And that's the source of every drop of suffering in the world. There's no other cause.
Yeah, I've heard that suffering is the absence of God.
Yeah. When I am not looking, bahir mukha, I've turned my face away, and I'm looking, I want this, and I want that, and I don't want that, and we get into all these reactions for our exploitation, full of, apprehension. What if this doesn't happen? What if that does happen? Anger, why didn't that happen the way I wanted it? And we get all messed up in this whole network of illusion. And then we die. But human life is meant to step back. Human consciousness is so rare and so valuable. When you go to enjoy the results of your piety in the upper planes of much finer enjoyment, you're enjoying yourself so much you can't think about anything else. Jai Saparika Shishi Guru Gaur Chandraju Ki Jai. And when you go down into that more hellish kind of existence to feel the reaction of selfish acts, you also can't think about anything else. But this is the middle plane. And it is really a great advantageous position that we are in right now. We have human consciousness, which is perfect for stepping back and thinking, who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? What am I supposed to do? What is the purpose of existence? And if anyone comes to human life and never asks those questions, he's thrown away the most valuable gem that exists in the universe. Is that ability to solve the problem of mundane existence in human life. It's been wasted. There's no comparison to the tragedy that can happen to anyone. The kind of loss, that to have a human birth and not solve this problem. So, why were we talking about that? You were asking about that. So in this, you can ask these questions because you have human consciousness. A dog never goes, well, I don't really get it, it's just not, there's not an ability. So we now have this ability to step back, and by the grace of this great Vaishnava sadhus, find out who I am, why I'm here, and what is the purpose of my life. The purpose of my life is to find happiness. But I keep finding happiness that comes through my fingers like water, or worse. It's like, have you ever been super sick and you're having a fever dream and you're super thirsty, and in your dream you keep drinking water but you're still thirsty? That's our situation. We keep getting stuff, having experiences, getting the girl I want or the boy I want, or getting this thing that I want, living here and all the clothes, and it's like the thirst doesn't ever go away because we are souls. We are looking for divine, eternal, infinite joy. That is what the soul is seeking, and that is the nature of the Lord. His form is made of Ananda. It's made of joy. He is joy personified.
I have a question. So in talking about the illusion that we're bound up in, being unable to see that everything in the environment is serving the Lord, right? Like we see it as serving ourselves. I'm wondering about like as you're describing throwing away the gem of human existence, I don't know if I have like authority to pass judgment, but I haven't met many people who are really like digging deep and like trying to get to the highest ideal. Like, are they serving the Lord? Like, should I see them as serving the Lord? And then like deeper than that, like me myself, like I'm really bound up in my body. I'm really bound up in my mind. I'm really bound up.
That's an interesting, good question.
Like I'm really bound up in offenses. Like should I see myself like as serving the Lord? Like how should I? Like what do you think about that?
That's a really interesting question. So there are different levels of perception, and I'm really glad you asked this question because I'm sure that many people have it. So when it's a matter of a clearing of perception, so the souls bound up in Maya, they are bahirmukha. We have turned away, and that is free will. So that is also existing as an option. In other words, the Lord must provide an option for us. He wants that by our own will we will serve Him. By our own love that we will serve Him. So yes, we are not serving Him. But when a person who has come to a clearer vision and he is not seeing things in the plane of illusion, he can see a deeper reality behind that one. Like, for example, I asked this question to Srila Gurudev because we went to his birthplace in Bamanpar. That is a beautiful, wonderful place. And for some reason, everything looked to me like something different, like a different kind of thing. Anyway, I asked him about that, and he said that, of course, he was beginning to speak about Srila Guru Maharaj's birthplace. But what I wanted to say, and he's saying, yes, when that veil of selfishness is taken away from the eyes, the vision changes. That was just a few seconds of something. I don't know why. Maybe so I could talk about it. I don't know why. Because, but I could give an example. Okay, so here we are all. We feel like we're a part of a family together, right? It's very affectionate, talking about beautiful things. If a thief comes in here, he is not going to see that. We have to come into a different atmosphere. And that happens through surrender and affection. And so we're trying to clear our consciousness. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, the first verse of Shikshastakam, which is another thing we could study on Fridays. There's so many things we could study. But Cheto Darpana Marjanam means cleaning the mirror of the mind. And then what will we see? We won't see the way we saw before because the mirror is cleaned. We can see who we are. And we can see the environment very differently. Because I'm now friendly. I want to participate in that divine atmosphere. And we will begin to feel that divine atmosphere. Like the first time we walk into the temple, maybe we feel, oh, this place is fairly peaceful or something like that. But gradually we're feeling something different, more. But the whole environment is like that, actually. But it's a question of perception. And that perception must change by devotion and surrender. Because there's no other way to come into that atmosphere. That's what that atmosphere is. The whole of existence is worshiping the Lord. But then there's this plane. It's like a thin layer. Guru Maharaj compares it to a thin layer of cream over a big giant thing of milk. Like it's a layer of shadow that we can live in if we don't want to recognize the Lord. And that's called the material world. But it's a plane of consciousness. It's a plane of perception. And it covers up our vision of things very much. And so Krishna is saying, those who have come out of that, then they're saying, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Everything is of the nature of divinity, is of the nature of Vasudeva, the Lord. He can see that and participate in that and see innocence and wonder everywhere because he's coming out of that layer of selfishness. He's just not in there. Just like a man may temporarily go insane. Say he's taken some kind of drug and he's become insane, like completely deluded. Then his sanity is restored. Then he's not seeing that anymore. He's the same guy in the same place, but his perception is completely different. So the highest yoga is direct connection with the plane of devotion, which is everywhere. It is truth through surrender and sound, the cultivation of divine sound, Hare Krishna, of the highest quality of that sound has been given by Mahaprabhu. But it's in order to come to that plane of that sound, one must be Trinadapi Sunichena, Taroriva Sahishnuna, Amanina Manadena. He must be more humble than a blade of grass, because the Lord is going to be he's not putting his own desires out into the atmosphere, creating discord, right? I'm putting my desires, you're putting out your desires, and it's all discordant. But when everyone is serving the Lord, it's complete harmony. So we have to come to that. Taroriva Sahishnuna. He's more, Taror means tree. And he is more tolerant than a tree. When does a tree complain? He's got rain, he's got snow, and if someone comes to cut it down, he's providing shade for the person. Amanina, manadena. Amanina means no necessity to be admired. Not looking for respect. You gotta respect me, man. He's not looking for respect, but he wants to respect others. That's the essence of that cultivation of sound. And we cannot do that except through surrender. Krishna will take everything that is not that from our hearts through surrender. And when we see the environment as coming from him and practice surrender to what is coming instead of, no, not that, and see, Krishna, you've arranged this, and I bow down to you. And suddenly, I was seeing that completely wrong. He can show us. He can remove those things that are not Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna. He can do that. So by the process of surrender, our vision will change completely. And that plane where some soul is stuck in a tree form due to being so outrageous that he has to just stand still, like a timeout. There is that plane of consciousness, but behind that is a real tree. Reality is there, but we are not interacting with it correctly. We are seeing it in the plane of illusion. So, yeah. Let's get to work. And we have to hear this constantly. It's so difficult. When someone comes and just says something real mean and you're like, what? That wasn't fair. That is our knee-jerk reaction. We can actually be freed from that pain forever. It's only painful. And I'm the one hitting my head. I'm the only one here. I'm the only one in charge of my own consciousness that wants to feel that pain rather than feel the joy of having no false ego. St. Francis said, so much in love with selfish misery. Instead of saying, my Lord, you are in charge of this. You are the cause of all causes. Verse number 1. Sarva karana karanam. Nothing can happen that he doesn't cause. It's not possible. So let that come. And let me bow down and give up my own thoughts of what is this and what is that. And let him show me reality. Clearing the dust of the mirror. What do you think, Andrew?
I wanted to hear what you thought about my kind of variation of that.
What was that?
I've simplified what you said to devoting myself to the God within me and the God within others, that I seek to see the God within others.
Yes.
And that often comes from free will.
Yes, this is your free will. This is where your free will has full latitude in that decision. Will I see the Lord, or will I see something happening independently of the Lord, which is not truth?
Often, when I honor and respect people's choices instead of denying them even room to breathe, is when I've found I've cultivated a space where people get to exist in their fullness, and whether or not they recognize their own what I would consider limiting language is up to them.
Yeah.
And I choose to see them.
And you must see everything in relation to Krishna, because every soul has a soul. There's the soul, and then there's the super soul. And that's the same person inside of everyone. So to really know someone, we have to see them in relation to the Lord. So it's not that the free will cannot be removed from consciousness, but our relationship with each person, we want to do good for them, but it's not that their choices are necessarily the best choices. You know what I mean?
I do. I think it's most important that we let people make those choices rather than say, like, this is the better way or this is the worst way.
In some cases, that's true. But if somebody is coming in, for example, into your house to harm your family, it's your duty not to let him do what he wants. So there's a question of duty also.
It's I would rephrase that to say, if somebody's choices impact your own capacity to make choices, that is when you must defend yourself. Yeah,
and so we want to see that all in relation to the Lord. Sometimes something happens, something happens, and we don't know what to do, and then we just bow down. My Lord, you have sent this circumstance. I am trying to serve you. I want to serve you. I'm not serving them. I'm serving you, and in serving you, I'm serving everyone perfectly. If I leave the Lord out of there, it's just the mind making little calculations. But what is my service? I think it is this, and I offer this to you. If I am wrong, then please correct me. And that way, this is real harmony. Leaving the Lord out of things, harmony is not possible. He is the center of all things. And just like if you, for example, if you have a pond and you're throwing a stone here and somebody else is throwing a stone there, so it's all conflicting, right? But if everyone is serving the center, everything is automatically harmonious. And these are all really good talks and good points. Anything, Christian? Anybody else? So this is, it's a difficult, we want to go to battle. But in order to go to battle, we must know who the enemy is. That the enemy is my own ego, my own false idea of myself, and how to actually solve that problem. Jai Shri Shri Guru Lord Chandraju, Jai Shri Giraju Ki Jai, Jai beautiful Mahaprabhu. So, these are really, really good talks. And we have to keep it up. Like we talk about this, we have to know the enemy, and it's difficult to know because we are used to blaming everyone else for my suffering. Right? We're like Sudarshanas, we're like ninjas. Have you ever seen a kid he's told a lie? Or, adults do this too. He's told a lie, and he knows it's a lie, and everybody knows it's a lie. But if anyone says anything, he defends it like it's some kind of virtue. How could you? Oh, and he actually did lie. But we're like that. We're like, and thinking it's bad. Who's bad? We're receiving lessons to undo the mess that we're in the plane of ego. And we'll never work that out on our own. The Gyanis try to do that. It takes thousands of years, and most of them can't do it. And anyway, they don't even come, even those who can do it. This is another verse from Brahma Samhita. You want to hear it? Pantastukoti shatavatsara sampragamyo vayoratapi manaso muni pungavanam so piyasti yat prapadasinya vichinchitatre govindamadi purushang tamaham bhajami. So these pantastukoti shatab, this path that takes thousands and thousands and thousands of years, vayor, drilling the breath, controlling the breath, Vayur Atapi, doing many penances, austerities, sitting in ice water up in the Himalayas, controlling, and manaso, controlling the mind. Nyeti. Not this. This is not real. That's not real. That's not real. And going through like millions of calculations and trying to come out of illusion through this process. Those who are really good at it, who actually are successful, they cannot come to the tips of the toes of Govinda. And that Govinda, the primeval Lord, I adore. So that is not even going to awaken devotion. That is so difficult. Very unlikely that you're going to be able to do it. And even if you do, you just come to this nothing plane. Not this, then nothing. So we are practicing surrender. The Lord is there. He wants to help us. He's never resentful. Well, you didn't want me, so I don't want you, okay? Stay in the material world. Never. He's never left us. He's always wanting to reciprocate and to help us. So we're in the plane of direct surrender, not going through all this other hard stuff. Direct surrender, coming with a humble heart. My Lord, look at me, I'm practically helpless. I'm constantly being battered by all these desires like ping pong on a ping pong table. Like, I want this, no, I don't want that, no. All these different plans that are going on and trying to solve this over here. And not coming to the center, the harmonious love of the Lord. And look at me. This is my situation, my Lord. Please, please be merciful to me. And practice surrender. Because He's sending all those lessons all the time, but we don't like them. So we're practicing surrender. It's like, can you help me? Yeah, I just showed some, I just sent somebody to show you that you have a problem with anger. And by surrendering to me, I will remove that from you. And you will see that it wasn't that person's fault, but it was your fault. I've come to show you that. And what a relief. What a relief it is not to feel like a victim. Not victims. We're just goofs. We just don't see anything right and just, we just... But it doesn't matter to Him. He can take all that away in no time. And the highest yoga is to promote love of God. And anytime I ever talk to anyone on the street, I say, oh yeah, Bhakti Yoga Center. And the highest perfection of yoga is to develop love of God. And people are like, really? What a sweet thing that is to hear. To develop love of God? Yoga means to connect. To connect with what? Connect with Him. To connect with the Supreme. Korean person. Who would like to chant Hari Haraya? John?
Also heard yoga as the quieting of the fluctuations of the mind stuff.
Yes, that's the first stage. But I mean, it is the first, this is the clearing stage, but it must be done by connection with reality. So when we try to quiet the mind, which is full of illusion, but not connecting with reality, it's like trying to make light out of a different kind of darkness. Because light means God. Do you know what I mean? So we're trying to do that, and we get a little, I feel a little better, but then the mind is like, blah, the big waves come again. We can't really solve the problem of darkness without connecting with light. But that is true. The mind becomes much more quiet through yoga. I mean, not silent in the sense of no more noise, but only divine sound. Very nice. Okay, how about you chant Hari Haraya? Lead Hari Haraya. What a lovely gathering tonight. Friday program. It's the best. Well, they're all the best, but I really like the Friday program. You never know what's going to happen. Of course, you don't know what's going to happen when you read the Gita either, even if you've read it 100 times.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinata Madana Mohana. Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Radhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhata Raghunatha. Gopala Bhata Rasa Raghunatha. Jai Gosai Gori Charana Vandana. Jahoite Vignanasha Vistapurana. Jai Gosai Jaramu Itaradan. Dasavara Pada Renu Mora Panchagras. Adira Charana Sevi Vakasa Nivas. Janame Mora Avilas. Jai Gosai Jave Vraje Koilavat.
Raja Vrindavana.
Anande bolo Hari Raja Vrindavan.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Majai Jamana.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Majai Jamana.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Para Padma Koriyasa.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Para Padma Koriyasa.
Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohe Naradamada.
Hari Nam Sankirtana Kohe Naradamada.
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama.
Hari Hare Nama Krishna Yaraya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Jaya Gaura Sundar, Jaya Gaura Sundar, Jaya Gaura Sundar, Jaya Gaura Sundar.
Jaya Gaura Sundar,
Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar.
Jaya Gaura Sundar.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Jai Shri Guru Gaur Chandraju Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Chaitanya Saraswat Mission Ki Jai.
Jai.
Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai.
Jai.
Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Sai Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Friday program Ki Jai. Srimati
Jai.
Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Kol Kartal Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled wonderful personalities reading and thinking and talking and asking questions and discussing wonderful, incredible, rare subject matter and making their human body and life very successful. Ki
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Hari Bol. Jai. Shrimati Srilaka Devi Ki Jai. Kyo has a question, a very brief question.
Yes, Guru.
He's asking, from initial hearing of Krishna consciousness to sannyasi, sadhu, how many levels of initiation are there, please?
To sannyas? You're asking about sannyas?
How many levels of initiation?
Oh, well, there's first initiation, which is Harinam initiation. Then, if one wants to worship the deity, then he will take Diksha, meaning that he will take Gayatri Mantra initiation. And then after that, if one wants to take sannyasi, he can take sannyasa initiation, if he's really ready for that sort of thing. Thank you for your question, Kuru.
He is also asking where do we get the stand books?
Oh, you can order them online, I think. I think so.
All right.
Yeah, all right then, Jai. Mahaprasad ki Jai.
Jai.
And you don't have to be initiated to honor prasadam, but you have to have some initiation to serve prasadam or to cook. Just because one has to have some remembrance and experience that what is being served is non-different from the Lord. There's a certain honor about it. And cooking, always not thinking, I'm cooking something, some food for us, we're going to eat that. Some consciousness has to come there. And it's very nice to meditate on that. So that's good. Yeah. I mean, it's just so nice that everyone comes and wants to do service, and my heart is really touched by that, actually. And so there's just a little bit of something to remind us about the nature of, prasadam and all those things. It's a little bit, we have to keep reminding ourselves all the time about that. Jai.
Jai.
Haribol.
Q says, wow. And good night and Dandavat to Amazing Association tonight. Bhima Krishna Prabhu, Shanta Didi and Lavanya Didi.
Oh,
Haribol.